baby. Let's go.
All right, Stephan Bonnar.
Hold the baby. Where's the baby?
Tyler, come here. This is Stephan. Stephan's wife gave you some bows. Right
She
here.
wore them on her first birthday?
Yes, I'm sure you remember. You'll remember this someday.
Mhm.
You will. We're gonna play this back at your bar mitzvah.
Where are you? Are you like are you on a mat or something?
What's that?
Are you on a mat?
No, just in a blue screen room.
Oh,
Just in an old studio.
Why do you have a blue screen room? Who are you?
Just oh man, who aren't I? That's more like it.
You look good, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I think I had the virus, man.
You serious?
Well, I don't know. I would just wake up and like pretty bad gut pain for a few days, and I think I shit it all out. Good to go. I don't got bother getting tested for anything or mask or any of that bullshit or washing hands. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
So yeah, but I mean, oh man, that sucks that you had the virus. So
Are we on our podcast?
Yeah, I'm recording this. We haven't started yet. I'm waiting for Mayhem to come in.
I don't have the fucking virus, but who knows? I'm not gonna go get tested. I was in some gut pain. I'm good now. Fucking who cares?
Now I'm looking at like a toilet or something. What's going on here?
I just threw my phone down. I hate being on the video screen.
You look good. You look like you lost some weight.
Really? I don't know. My screen's this small. I can't fucking see myself.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for Mayhem.
You look lovely.
Are you and Mayhem friends?
Not really. I mean, we're acquaintance. I like Mayhem. I was always a fan of his. You know.
You guys don't have beef though, right?
I think we trained together once or twice. But yeah.
Nice. All right, we're waiting for Mayhem to come join us, and then we have Jessica Penne, and then Don Frye.
Why do we have to have our stupid fucking videos on?
Because we put this on like YouTube, and people love it. We've been getting like 20, 30,000 views. So sometimes 75,000. People are loving it. Don't hate yourself, Stephan. You're doing really good. Fuck, what are you doing?
You got my audio.
No, I want to see you.
Mayhem's here. Look at Mayhem.
I want to look at you, Stephan. No, seriously, put your video on.
I will.
What, you could bench, 500 pounds, but you can't hold a phone for half an hour?
I'm busy.
Busy? What are you busy doing what?
My hands have to fucking do things. And I'm sitting and holding a fucking phone with my hands like a dick.
You're such a weirdo, man. Like, the things that bother you, like, I would not think holding a phone would bother you. Weren't you going to go to, like, Afghanistan? Yeah. Weren't you going to go to Afghanistan and like, murder terrorists and stuff with, like, no training?
I'm talking to you, like, I need a cameraman. That's it. I need Can't do both.
Come on, dude.
Who's late now? What are we, 12:06 and still waiting?
Mayhem, what's going on? Oh, God.
Yo, man. Hey, are you there?
Yeah, tell Stephan to put it. Stephan doesn't want to use his video.
Stephan, hey, sorry, bro. I was watching the bulk cut of Cats. It just came out.
Oh, that's understandable.
Mayhem, tell Stephan to use.
Man. I'm very unprofessional.
Tell him to use his video.
We're still waiting on Don Frye anyway. So
no, Don Frye's coming. No, Don Frye's coming in an hour, and Jessica Penny's coming in a half hour.
All right.
We're gonna start this.
Just let me know when you start recording, and I'm
ready.
Good to go.
And action. Everybody, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. I got the American Psycho. I got two American Psychos with us. I got Stephan Bonnar and Mayhem Miller. This podcast is brought to you by Speedweed. Listen, marijuana is legal in California, so you could get it delivered right to you. Thank you, Speedweed. Thank you, Gino. Mayhem, you're upside down. Jason, no, come on. Is this what's gonna happen already? Great. Everyone's gone now. It's just me. This is the podcast. Bonnar, are you here?
Yeah.
Can I see you, please?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Hold on.
This is a disaster. I'm going to just end the show. That's going to be the podcast. So, all right. How are you, man?
Terrible.
So, why are you terrible?
Because fucking, do I have to sit still for this?
Yes.
God. This is retarded.
So, Stephan Bonnar, I can't. So, listen, I got to talk to you. How are things going, man? Aside from this podcast, how are things going in life?
You know, same old.
Not the same old,
What's it to you?
Well, because listen.
What the fuck's it to you?
Listen, we're friends. We've been friends for a long time. And you were at,
beat your ass.
You were at rock bottom a couple years ago. It was rough. But since then, you have been killing it, bro. You started your own gym. You're doing pro wrestling. You're training. You're doing all kinds of stuff. I'm sure you can inspire a lot of people. Talk to me about how the last couple of years have gone for you.
Whatever. You know, ups, downs. Loss or gain, pain or shame, fucking it's all the same. 2 tears in a bucket. Bucket.
Bro, are you a freestyle rapper now, Stephan Bonnar?
Yeah.
Holy
yes.
shit, bro. I knew. Listen, you've always been one of the most talented dudes
around. You got connections over there. Come on.
Well, what you want
to sag my fucking pants, though.
Look, I don't want to brag, okay, but I am like tangentially affiliated with the Dog Pound. I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named Snoop D-O double Jizzle.
Oh, one of the great prophets of our time.
Well, I know a friend of his cousin, and he used to go to the recording studio, and I once smoked a blunt with his son. So, I mean,
you hear that? I'm going to be a fucking rap star.
Bro, you're going to be a rap star if you stick with me, baby.
No, but Stephan, man, so you haven't had a drink in 2 years?
I don't know. It doesn't do it for me anymore.
That's great.
I mean, I tried, and it just does not the same.
That's amazing.
What do you mean? You mean you tried and you fucking got busted a whole bunch of fucking time, and then you learned your goddamn lesson. Listen,
I know, but even since then, fucking, you know, some liquor and joke, and it's just not as much fun. It just doesn't do it.
Well, that's great, man. I mean, that's.
I understand. It's like, I don't know. I don't even want to. It brings you down. It's a downer. It really is, man. Some people need it. Some people are really uptight. So a couple of drinks. I was just in a situation a few weeks ago. A girl had a few drinks and it like really loosened up, and it was great. Like she opened up the group we were with, right? But for some people, you know, it's not so good, and they don't need it. They really don't need it. And I'm one of those people who.
Well, so I'm thinking that you're encouraging Adam Hunter to take a couple shots since it's Friday. Hey, let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment. Hey, Adam, how about you take a shot, and then let's do the podcast and see how not nervous you are.
I think both of you guys took too many shots in the head. All right, but
undoubtedly, bro, undoubtedly.
Let me get a contact. Contact buzz off Adam.
No,
like
Mayhem, I told that story.
My friend gets arrested.
I told that story, Mayhem, about how Stephan did stand-up comedy and was like, it was his first time ever. I was giving him the light. He didn't know what the light was. He just kept going on and on and on. I don't know what drugs he was on.
I was nervous. I just was rambling.
His eyes were like this wide open. He was jacked out of his mind. Like, it just shredded. Fucking, and then
what are you trying to say?
Some annoying guy was like, "Yo, man, dude, go back to fighting. Your comedy's terrible. Your comedy," and then I'm like, "Get away!" It's like 1 a.m. This fucking drunk asshole just would not leave him alone, right? So then we go in the back. The guy grabs Stephan, like puts his hand on his back, like, "Yo, man, go back to fighting." Stephan does a weird Steven Seagal Hapkido throw, throws the guy on his head, and goes, "Who sucks now, motherfucker?" I have to grab Stephan.
I was a little nicer about it, but no, at the time I was teaching at the CRI, a counterterrorism instructor course. So it was all these weapon takeaways and people grabbing you. So it was almost reactionary when he put his, like, and he grabbed me from me. I was like, kind of in my head, it fucking, a thought didn't even occur. It's just reaction, you know? And then
I know
on
that
the ground, I was like, I'm going to let you go, but you got to promise you're going to behave. And he was all like, I promise I'll behave.
He American Krav Maga the guy. Oh, man, that's fucking gangster.
No, but I didn't think
I'm glad you didn't hurt the man.
No, but I didn't think like Hapkido's all shit worked. It was like a wrist lock. You threw the guy off a wrist lock, and he did like a perfect 360 on his head.
Bro, I told you, Steven Seagal saved my life, bro. I know it's like a strange like world that you live in, Adam.
Like,
but
yeah, that shit. It's hard to do in an octagon against one of the best fighters in the fucking world, but against some fucking
civilian, just like a regular dude. Yeah, I know. You can make some magic happen. Yeah, martial arts is like magic spell against the uninitiated.
Exactly. How else, like, would all those old keto schools get those dork students to clean them and shit? Because the shit does work on clowns. It does.
Bro, have you seen Diego's new coach? The School of Self-Awareness?
Oh, yeah. I love the dude.
I think
he came up in Vegas and trained at my gym.
Really?
Really?
They're always welcome
there. You've seen the techniques?
Yeah, he came into my gym for a whole week, hung out, fucking, it's a great time.
But now,
really?
Is the guy legit?
Legit in the sense of, hey, Diego, motherfucker, you stop going war and toe-to-toe with guys and roll with punches and don't get hit so much and fight a little smarter. Like, Diego's been doing it 20 years. At this point, does he really need the basics? Come on.
Yeah. That's the point, actually. And I brought that up when we first started talking about this bullshit, Sue. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was really hating on it. But the reality is, it definitely works on dudes that don't know MMA. And also, it is a style to prevent getting hurt, not so much injure the guy so much. You know?
The one problem I have with his whole system is soaking wet. He's weighing in at 167 pounds, fighting fucking guys at 170, cutting a shitload of weight. Diego, sweat out a few pounds and fight at 55. 45 was too much.
Now, Stephan, how's you started a new gym from scratch about 1.5 years ago. People say that's like the hardest thing to do is start a gym in Vegas when there's a million other gyms. How have you been successful?
Oh, well, it's dead now, thanks to our great country and president and all that. I mean, he's a good president, I won't lie. But, like, come on, the shutdown's just to kill all the fucking small and moderately small businesses more than anything. So we're toast.
Nah, man, look. Well, allegedly, what? We're gonna get a Trump check, okay? Like, there's some kind of way to do it. Yeah, right.
Shit. This is just a move to make the oligarchies even more powerful. It's a power move. So,
all right. Well, before this happened, how were you successful?
I don't know, but I will say I've been selling real water and working part owner, actually, of Hytiva, which is primarily a tech company, primarily a website, and it's cannabis delivery. And this virus has been the fucking best thing in the world for those two businesses. So,
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
there you go.
Now, I also watched you do pro wrestling on Fremont Street.
Oh, fucking what a good time. I went off the top rope.
It started at midnight, and you were the main event. I think you were the second to main event. But that
was the ASU wrestler, Kenny Lester.
Yeah, but you did great, man. Especially for a guy with, you didn't even train in pro wrestling, have you?
And that was a shit match. He just started. So you had a really green rookie against a guy who was brand fucking spanking new. So, yeah, watch my matches against guys who are, pretty seasoned. Pretty good.
Yeah, but I heard one time, you didn't know what you were doing. Someone was saying that a guy went off the rope on the outside, and you caught him, but you didn't know. Maybe you were on the thing, but, you almost murdered 6 people.
I mean, that was probably my greatest match of all time. But I fucked up the catch, and I'm sorry about that. Logan James.
So what happened?
Match back in the Crown Point, Indiana. He just did a couple of the spears through the ropes on the outside at me, and those I had never taken, so they surprised me and knocked me away from the ring. And then when he did the flip over the top rope, I was too far away, and I lunged back in, and I broke his fall, but I didn't catch him. It is still fucking my favorite match to this day. You got to play that one. I'll send it over.
Dude, what my wife, when she was pregnant.
I pulled it. I put it up. I put it. I posted it on my Instagram, and then the promoters like, fucking pull that match. We got all these people still buying it, the pay-per-view, because the match was so legendary on the indie circuit. They kept selling it, so I pulled it off so they could sell more of the fucking pay-per-views.
My wife.
Independent Wrestling TV. Check it out.
When my wife, when I first started dating Mayhem, she came to Vegas and she met Stephan. And at the time, you were telling me how you still had someone's tooth stuck in your hand from like years ago. Like it was a scar. I had to get it surgically removed.
Bro, a human fucking mouth is about the dirtiest damn thing you could fucking punch, bro. I remember I punched a black kid in the mouth, and then my knuckle like started morphing into like this weird, like enormous, like monstrosity. I had to go to the hospital, like fucking coronavirus, and get it fucking taken out of my. Oh, bro, green.
Yeah, it was
green.
Antibiotic IVs for a week.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's a wild one. I think that's the last time I punched somebody. Nah, never mind. I was gonna say
it's way better choking someone out, isn't it, man?
Yeah, but not to say. Nah, I'd much rather snap a dude to a front headlock. I mean, we talking street fighting. I would much rather snap a dude to a front headlock and just go, hey, stop it. Yeah. Safer.
Well,
no poison.
Safety.
Didn't
like
you like
striking a guy? You're gonna mess yourself up.
Maybe
really bad.
Well, Stephan, didn't you beat somebody up in like Bulgaria or something, and you got arrested in Bulgaria? And then
shit, bro.
No, Iceland.
What happened to
Iceland?
Iceland. Oh, that's awesome, bro.
I was supposed to fight James Irvin, Ultimate Fight Night 3, right? It got postponed because Bonnar broke his hand in training, and I sent the X-ray to prove it. But that happened in Iceland. Yeah, it was before everyone had cell phones with cameras, so thank God.
But like, what happened? Will you tell us a story, please? This is a podcast.
Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, it's a podcast. MMA Roasted.
It's not a deposition. It's a fucking podcast. What happened?
I'm out there, like, right? I'm out there fucking, my buddy Scott, who makes a lot of money doing consultant work, has been out there on business a bunch. And he's like, it is awesome. Hot Scandinavian blonde women everywhere. Everyone's got island fever and loves the fucking foreigners from America. They don't, it's small, 100,000 people in the biggest city, Reykjavik. It's tiny. Everyone knows each other. So we go there and we're out, and it happened to be one of the local troublemakers, or down the dance floor with my lifelong best buddy, Tom Scully. Let me give him some credit. Of all my street fights I've been in my entire life, I'd say a good 80% of them are because of him. And he's been sober for a long time too now, thank God. Anyways, he was really liquored up, and one thing led to another, and he's in an altercation with a group of guys, and fucking the bouncers tossing us all out, And then, like, we're all getting thrown out, and I'm at the front saying to the bouncer, look, you dumb motherfucker. My other buddy Scott's a pussy, so it's just me and a fucking Scully, a jiu-jitsu pussy, mind you. So he's not going to fight. So it's just me and Scully getting thrown out, and there's like 5 of them, And I'm like, fucking these guys are going to saying they're going to fucking fight us. Like, why are you throwing us all out together? And he just doesn't care. The bouncer, we all got to go. Threw us all out together. So we're outnumbered. So we're outside. So Scully thinks it'd be a brilliant idea just to tackle me. And I didn't expect it. So all of a sudden we're on the ground rolling around. Like, what are you doing, you dumb motherfucker? And then we get up, and it didn't fool him a bit.
Your own friend
tackled him. Throw him off. And and thought make him think we were crazy. He was so crazy that they wouldn't want to fight us. But it didn't work. They're like, you're getting your ass beat. And so him and the guy start fucking fighting and like hockey, grabbing the shirt and punching. And one guy came at me, and I just fucking creamed him with a beautiful spinning back kick. Mind you, I'm liquored up. Just, how come I could never land him that accurately in a real fight? Anyways, the guy was floored. Another guy grabbed me, and next thing you know, I choked him out like really quick, and there was the third guy on me too, and two of them were down, and then that guy too, I fucking like spun out of and got him in a chokehold, and I started pulling back up. We're kind of on a hill, and so I could see better. There were two guys down already, and then like my buddy Scully just like laid another guy out, and then I had the one guy in a chokehold, and this went through my head. I fucking let him go, and on the plane ride there, I had like I was watching like it was like Chuck Liddell highlight reel, like, you know, and just fucking throwing the right hand like a baseball, like a pitcher throws a like fastball, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, yeah, I really want to fucking hit someone with the right hand like that. So I let the guy go, and I fucking boom, everything I got.
Oh my God, bro! The act out is where it's at, Bonnar.
So
anyways, no one got severely injured, but the cops showed up and you got busted.
Well, I don't know. That's where the night ends for me, my friend. I wasn't on the wagon at the time. So I wake up, you know, morning, stretching and yawning, and you know how it is when you're out of town, but you forget when you wake up.
Yeah.
You're like, this isn't my bed, and you're like, oh yes. And it was like, this isn't my bed. Oh fuck, this is a jail cell.
No.
Fuck, there's blood all over my shirt.
Man.
Oh my God, my hand's broken.
No.
How did I get here?
Wow. So how'd you get out of that out of jail in Iceland?
Well, thank God, right? Iceland's a socialist country, so instead of keeping me in the can for a couple days, so I went to court. They put me up at the Radisson and gave me per diem. And actually ended up having a really good time. And then
oh my God,
you fly back, and then Dana White says you got to fight against James Irwin.
But the court was funny because they're under the British rule, UK. So they're wearing fucking those crazy wigs and shit. And it was like, you know, but I gave an Oscar-worthy performance.
Wait, what did George Washington sentence you to?
Oh, so I get back to the funny part of the story is I get back to the United States and I'm put on probation, and they didn't Google me. No one knew about it. Like in Iceland, like, you know, no one knew. It was 06, you know, early 06. So like it really didn't get out yet. Like, you know, anyways, I get back to Boston Airport. I had already kept the cast off my hand. There was no cast, you know, because this has to happen in training. And who do I run into at the airport? None other than fucking Chuck Liddell, the guy that inspired my
who inspired your overhand right.
And he goes, "What's up, Bonnar?" And he put his hand out and gave me the fucking firmest handshake ever. And it hurt so bad that I just had to say,
you had to gut that one out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro. Hey, what's the gym called over there in Vegas?
Silver Wolf.
All right, Silver Wolf.
Right, the Orleans there, like the Palms, Orleans, Hacienda, and Narville.
Why did Kira get fired from your gym?
Who?
Kira Batara. We had her on the podcast 3 days ago. Said she was teaching at your gym and no longer there. What happened? You don't even know.
Fuck, she could come teach whenever she wants.
Oh, you forgot that you fired her? That's fine. You know,
yeah.
It totally is understandable.
We
appreciate it.
Yeah, I probably was having a rough day.
So now, have you? I remember you told me that you didn't want to be in the WWE. You wanted to
how come we can't pick on Mayhem? Let's talk about some Mayhem jail stories.
Bro, let me tell you, bro. 95% of this fucking show is normally me fucking up. Him talking about the time I was naked in church. Him talking about the time that I fought all the SWAT team for fucking 8 hours. Him talking about the fucking time that I hid from the helicopter in Rampage hot tub. Bro, it's just a nonstop shit show of mayhem. Thanks for taking some of the heat off of me, bro. I was really wanting to.
Mayhem. I'm usually here reflecting on what Mayhem did. So it's nice. It's nice.
He's the only guy that gets fired.
No, but let me tell you, because you brought up an interesting thing that what happened was that you got in a bar fight, right? And you went to court. It was no big deal. Well, you flip over into America, right? And if that would have happened in America, a whole different thing. Now, let me tell you a little. Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you a little story about an advanced society, okay, called Warsaw, Poland. All right? No, Krakow, Poland, okay? We're in Krakow, right? We're imbibing quite a bit.
Who's
me and Matt Horwich.
Oh, God.
Now, if you don't know Matt Horwich,
wow,
I think the whole world should know Matt Horwich. I did
Lehman
one time.
And Corey just told me stories about him when we were locked up on the Ultimate Fighter, so I feel like I know him.
Trust me. Yeah, Matt Horwich is one of the most interesting autists in the entire world. So anyway, I know that a lot of people know that one time there's like a famous YouTube of me getting in a brawl at the White House in Laguna Beach, and Horwich was there, but he didn't really didn't mix it up. Well, this time in Krakow, we had like a weird argument with the doorman. I had left my beer on the damn countertop and left outside to talk to somebody. And then as I was trying to go back in, this big Polish bouncer, an older guy, like nice jacket, he like puts his hand up, and I'm like, no, hey man, my friends are in there, and he's like smiling. Suddenly, this dude just busts out the pepper spray, sprayed me right in the face. I thought we were friends. Okay, I take a step back, and I didn't make that sound, but in my head, I was doing that for sure. Okay, and I take a quick shuffle step back and realize, man, I'm not be able to see. Unbeknownst to me, Matt Horwich hits this guy with the double leg.
Wow.
Fucking takes him down, but because I guess he felt bad about that time he didn't back me up over there in Orange County.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
God
a
bless
good dude.
him. God bless him. So I hop back into the alley because I could still see out of one eye, and I just start spitting in my hand and rubbing it. Spit in my hand and rub it, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill this fucking guy. I swear to God. As soon as I could see, I'm coming right back. So I'm spinning in my hand. I'm down an alley. And I fucking, finally I can see. I'm like, oh, it's on. And I fucking start shaking out my arms. I'm going to beat the shit out of this doorman. I look over through the alley, and Horwich is standing there with the Polish police and the doorman. And I'm like, oh. Now, I went to quick duck in the alley, but the cop was like, come here, my friend. Come here. Bro, I shuffle stepped over there. Just trying to keep my blood pressure down. And the cop says, so what happened? And I was like, look, man, this guy pepper sprayed me for no reason. And the cop said, for no reason? And then Matt Horwich said, well, maybe not for no reason. And we all laughed. The doorman laughed. The fucking cop laughed. And we went home. Bro, come on. No one got hurt.
Horwich gets you out of it. Fucking, yeah, that's awesome.
Bro, God bless his heart. But to me, really what I got, and what I realized too, because I talked to my friend Mateusz, this real badass Polish fighter. I think he's fighting in Bellator now. This guy told me that if we would have got busted, because in America, we would have went to jail. Like, for sure, undoubtedly. Okay, we would have had to spend fucking the weekend, then spend bail money. It's all a racket, okay? And I asked my buddy, like, what would have happened? He said, no, you go to Korshka. It's like a fucking overnight for fuck-ups. So they have a box, you go there, you sleep it off, and maybe you'll catch a fine. Which I feel like, it seems like a workable thing. And the only reason that happened is because Poland is like an ancient society, and America's only 200 some odd years old.
Now, why were you in Horwich in Poland in the first place?
Fighting. Well, I was coaching some guys. Horwich had a real
days, huh?
No, this is after, bro. This is like 5 years ago. So
oh wow, recently.
Yeah, recently, because they have a real burgeoning MMA like culture out there, you know, extreme hobby. So they you know, it's like really popping off over there.
So it's after you became Mayhem.
Exactly, bro. I was complete Mayhem already. I think that was even Purple Mohawk days, bro. That was like next level Mayhem, you know what I mean? And this is like level 3 Mayhem. So
Bonnar, who gave you the nickname American Psycho, by the way?
It was just on The Ultimate Fighter. We're locked up with nothing to do and fucking throwing each other nicknames all the time.
All right.
This Ivy League, the first week or so, but once they really got to know me, I think Chris Sanford actually first said it, and then like it just I didn't even like it, but fucking just everyone was laughing and loved it. And it just
what kind of business cards do you have?
Yes.
Sorry.
But one of my favorite stories, Bonnar has so many stories, man. The best, one of my craziest was when they
Excuse me, guys.
They offered you They offered you John Jones.
I got to return some videotapes.
To who?
You fucking got me now. Good job. Fucking tag me back.
Remember when they offered you John Jones or who else, and they said Jones was the easier fighter, like Tim.
Yeah, I don't even remember, but Jones was easy money.
It was the Mania. It was the guy from Maine.
Look at this skinny bitch. Look at this skinny bitch.
But no, it was the guy from Maine, right? It was the guy who was a 4-time state champ from Maine. It was a good fighter from Maine. I forgot the guy's name. It was I don't know.
Oh, Bosch.
Tim Bosch.
Oh, Tim Bosch. Yeah.
Or John Jones, and your management said Jones the easier fighter than Tim Bosch.
Yeah, but I mean, who could have known back then that he would have turned out the way he did? He could have turned out blah blah. You never know.
Yeah, bro. Like they fucking told me.
I didn't know anything about him. No video.
Yeah, it was a whole different era back then. Yeah, I'm fighting some French dude named George something. You know what I mean? And then show up, it's like one of the best dudes on the planet, right? That was the business back then.
All right, and hey, by the way, drop a weight class for us. Yeah, drop down one.
Yeah, they forced. I wanted to eat so bad.
Well,
what do you think about Jones? Stephan, what do you think about Jones's current problems as far as like his DUI a couple days ago?
Dude, he's like fucking. He needs to lose. He needs to get his ass beat, you know. And really, to see the best, he's still fucking squeaking out victories, unmotivated. Obviously, probably not training too hard. From what I've heard from pretty good sources, no discipline there. So yeah. Like an ass whooping would do him a lot of good. But you're not going to fucking just keep it close and take the dude's title, and it shouldn't be that way.
What do you think?
As far as, like, you know, he likes to drink, and he hasn't had enough, man. Like, shit like that's got to fall the way like the snake shedding its skin, you know? You can't quit drinking and really want to still drink. It doesn't work that way.
Right. So we got the beautiful Jessica Penne is with us. Who I met.
Man, we're totally gonna have to change up the vibe, guys. Let's go ahead and calm it down a little bit. She's a fighter, but she's a very, you know what I mean, classy lady. So class it up a little bit, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayhem. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I met Jessica at your party, Mayhem, after my dog bit your face.
Nice.
I felt terrible about it, and Jessica was like, "No, he deserved it."
I did. You were fucking with that poor dog. He was arrested. He went through so much. It was his first party that he'd ever been to, and you just like got all up in his face.
He got me though. I mean, look, we're even as far as I'm concerned.
So Jessica, obviously you're here with Stephan Bonnar, Mayhem Miller. How are you doing during this whole pandemic? What have you been up to?
I've been doing as well as I can, honestly. I'm a natural introvert, so staying at home and chilling is not really a big issue for me. The biggest problem is probably getting out to see my animals, make sure they're all exercised and happy and healthy.
What kind of animals you got?
I have 2 Belgian Malinois, and then I have 3 horses that I rescued about 2.5 years ago.
Wait, what's a Belgian Malinois? Is that like a damn
the police dog? It's the same as the police dogs.
Oh my God.
They're super intelligent, super high energy. My my first Malinois Estrella is up at Marvel Canine, getting some obedience training. So she's board and trained. And then my recent adoption, Grace, is at home with me. So we're chilling.
Nice. Now, Jessica, you are first of all, we're pretty good friends. You were there for me. Yeah, you were there for me on my TV show. We used to be I think you're a really cool person.
Which TV show?
I had a show on.
You had so many shows, bro. Adam Hunter. I don't think people really realize, like, you're the man behind the scenes on like a shit fuck ton of TV shows and whatnot. Yeah. Like, it's really weird because it's like we're building this new MMA Roasted, but like nobody knows that you're that guy who did all that stuff and helped the sport of MMA in a major way. I think I just told them, but maybe someone will cut this part out and I can be talking good about Adam for once instead of shitting on him. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Well, I had a show on Oxygen where I went out with a bunch of girls that I
What a fucking sissy. Sorry.
I went out with a bunch of girls that I went on dates with in the past. Jessica was a girl I went on a date with to find out what went wrong. And
no way, this is a TV show?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank God it got canceled.
I gotta see this.
Wait a minute. Jessica Penne, you went on a date with this nerd?
I did before I knew how awful he was.
It was for the sake of TV.
To be a good friend, you know?
He's married. He knows what he's doing.
First of all, it was a fun date, but the problem was I paid for sushi. She didn't say thank you. So I was actually, it was like, and then at the end.
It was you?
Yeah, and then at the end, I went to go in for the kiss. We started kissing, and her fucking dog jumped on me from behind. Her 300-pound dog fucking tackles me, and then like, yeah, it was a disaster.
Listen, you misread the situation. My dog had my back.
He made a move on her. Fuck. Yep.
So did you at least have sex with the dog?
Yes, I banged the dog.
Good.
We have 3 little pugs. Anyway, so.
Now, see, if you make a move on a girl, make sure she has a pug or a fucking chihuahua.
Dude, it was like the dog from the Never Ending Story. That fucking huge thing. This thing was like 700 pounds.
That's why I always wear beef jerky underwear.
So Jessica, but that's here nor there. What's going on with you? Because I feel like you got fucked by the UFC and by USADA more than anybody in the whole sport. What happened? Tell me what happened.
Oh my goodness. A lot happened, and thankfully it's almost over, so I can be free and clear from this mess. But
wait, because what? You didn't tell us anything. Let me tell you what I think happened.
Okay.
Or what I heard.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna translate, and then you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay. So you had some supplement like years ago that made you test positive. They because they have a whole laundry list of things that are illegal, right? And one of your supplements had some kind of picograms of something illegal in it, and it made you test positive one time. You went and fought it, got it overturned, but then later they brought that back up and made it so that you couldn't fight for like 2 years, right?
No.
But close?
No, actually.
Not even close? Fuck.
Can I tell my story?
Yes.
Please.
Okay.
It was a valiant attempt.
It was.
Thanks.
You did an job.
There's a Twitter version.
By the way, does your mug say Negro? What does your mug say?
Fuck yeah, Negro. That's all you had to say.
Oh.
Shit. What was that? Friday, yeah.
All right.
No?
All right. So, Jessica, tell us what happened.
So I think it's about 3 years ago. I was struggling with a lot of stuff with my like biology, my mental health, everything was just a mess. So I was trying to help myself in the restrictions of USADA. So I had been denied with a bunch of TUE attempts. I had been denied with a bunch of stuff. So finally go to a naturopath, and this naturopath tells me like, hey, here's a natural supplement you can take. I was like, okay, cool. at that time, USADA is extremely new, and I was very naive. I didn't really understand the severity of their policing with everything. So I took a supplement.
What's TUE?
Temporary use exemption.
Therapeutic use exemption. So I filed for a bunch of them, but I was declined because everything within the restrictions of USADA didn't allow it. So I took an over-the-counter supplement. I wrote it down, and they flagged me for that. I didn't actually test positive. It didn't change any of my levels, but I wrote it down. So they informed me that I'd been flagged. I got a lawyer. I tried to, get through it the best I could, but they said even though I wasn't intentionally trying to cheat, I was still cheating. So I was suspended for 18 months. So yeah, so I served my time. I get ready to fight as soon as I'm allowed to. I sprained my ankle on the morning of the fight, and they rebooked me for about like 8 or 9 months later. And a week before that fight, I was informed that I was flagged for a picogram amount. Again, not intentionally cheating. I spent what little money I had left trying to fight it and get everything tested with an independent lab. UFC was actually helping me through all of that and supporting me. But
when you say helping you and supporting you, you mean they were paying for all this bullshit?
No.
Oh, well, they weren't helping you or supporting you. You're in an abusive relationship.
You can say that, but I'm just trying to.
I told her that's what I took it for. So
Yeah.
Thanks, Mayhem.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Jeff and Donna were extremely helpful through all of this and very supportive in it, just trying to help me navigate and figure out every kind of angle that I could possibly go through to make it go away. Eventually, I was able to, with the help of the MMA community, get enough money raised to get a lawyer. We didn't end up having to go through arbitration because we had brought so much attention to my case that they decided that they wanted to settle, but they would only settle with 20 months. So I'm eligible to fight in December.
Oh, that's good.
It sucks.
Goddamn bureaucratic conundrum this is. It just makes me fucking sick.
Yeah.
I wanted to see you fight for the longest time, and I can't see you fight because why? Because a bunch of bureaucrats got to get paid. A bunch of lawyers got to get paid. It's a damn racket. I'll say it again. It's a racket.
Stephan, your thoughts?
That's such bullshit. I couldn't imagine. How many times do they fuck with you before a fight? That's what I want to know. That pisses me off. For the Tito fight, they had to fucking keep fucking with me, sending me to the lab. Pissed me off.
I can be mad about it. I can kick and scream and I can cry and all of that stuff. But
so in the meantime, to make money, you were driving for Lyft, and I can't think of a worse job for you because normally Lyft drivers are nice and friendly, and you're just cold and mean. You must have the worst Lyft rating in the history of Lyft rating.
Actually, I was 5-star.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, but at times I'm kind of scary. There were some scary people that I had to pick up and drive for, and yeah, it was just I was doing the best I could. I also had other jobs teaching and personal training and doing commentary. So I had 5 jobs.
You did a great job.
Who'd you do commentary for? I didn't see that. Who'd you do commentary for?
Commentary for CFFC. It's on Fight Pass.
You were excellent.
And I really love it. I really enjoy it. I had the opportunity to do a bunch of UFC Now for Fight Pass as well. I really enjoy it.
Have you thought about what about being a dominatrix? Because I think that you'd be great at showing up, telling men how much they suck, and just being have you thought about that? Or no?
Listen, I'm hearing that you're very traumatized from your experience of me, but listen, you were an active participant in pissed me off. So stop it.
Dude, your mom told me you were mean. Your mom came to my show at the UFC gym, was in the crowd, and your mom was like, "Oh, my daughter is Jessica." I go, "Oh, and then I was spooked. She goes, I know, she's not nice." She's like, "So your mom told me this, just so you know." It's not.
I feel like we're talking about two different people, bro. she's always been a damn gentlewoman to me.
She's very sweet. She happens to be a nice person. She's a great friend.
I don't know you well enough, so who am I going to believe here, Mayhem or Adam?
That's right. It's
Yeah.
Now, now, what is this OnlyFans? Like, what is going on there?
So that actually came about through speaking out about USADA and trying to raise money. My friend Beck Rollins, who also has an OnlyFans page, brought it to my attention that one of her friends was, making a good amount of money, and I had just found out that I might be forced into retirement and I may have a lot of legal fees. So she kind of, forced my hand at that, and it's been really nice. The site has, not the best reputation, but we're making our own and we're having fun. And
it's weird, right? I mean, you're like a hot chick, really good at fighting, and I don't mean hot chick in a derogatory manner. I mean, like, it's just that you're beautiful, right? And if you like put a little bit of this, right, and then put a little bit of that, and then push it this way, and pop it that way, and then suddenly you got money. That's a weird life.
I heard you're like a big tease on it. Like I heard you be like, hey, I'm gonna go take a shower, and then you don't actually show anybody. It's just you taking a shower. It's just bubbles everywhere. Like I heard it's just
That's clever girl.
Is this true? Is there any truth to that?
I mean, people are going to say what they want to say. I'm doing what I'm comfortable with on it. And if anybody knows me, they know that I'm not going to show every single thing for everyone. So
I thought
what I'm comfortable with, and I'm fun.
What about breaking up with people? Like maybe they could hire you to dump men or something. That would be a good job for you. Like I want, like my wife's, let's say my girlfriend's an asshole and I want to break up with her. I just hire you. And you don't have to. You just change your face. Just be like, "Hey, it's not working out," and then, like,
no. Well, will you serve these papers to Adam Hunter in 8 months? That's what I'm asking you.
So Jessica, how's your training going?
Well, before the whole quarantine thing happened, I was actually getting back into just training straight jiu-jitsu because I didn't know what exactly was going to happen, and I was starting to really miss jiu-jitsu, and I'd only been focusing on the MMA aspect of it. So I started like really diving into that and getting back into it and loving it, and still sticking with boxing and just other things to keep in shape and keep my mental health up. Besides that, I'm doing, like, now since the quarantine, I'm doing a lot of like home lifting and home cycling and home stuff.
Yeah, it's the worst. I just told him I pulled my back doing kettlebell swings with a 5-gallon drum of lube.
Hey,
is it still going on the 18th? Has that been canceled?
I don't know yet. I mean, according to Dana, no, it's still going on, but they can't. I don't know. Khabib says he's not leaving. Now he said he might leave.
Oh, really? Wow.
Now, Jessica, now Stephan Bonnar is an expert as far as chemistry goes and stuff like on like steroids. He's actually an expert on stuff. Not that he ever used it, but he's an expert on it.
I had a couple tainted supplements in my life.
Oh, what were the things that you got tested positive for?
My steroids were tainted with real steroids.
I bet
we did a video that never got released for the MMA Awards, and I wrote for Stephan because him as Justin Bieber, and he's singing, "Is it too late now to say sorry? I didn't know what I put in my body." And the whole thing, he's dancing around, injecting himself with steroids, and pills are fucking flying.
Oh my God, that is no one. Or you wonder why I got cut.
I got the bottle of D-ball.
So what exactly did you get tested positive for?
Well, the thing that I tested positive for on the second case was a picogram amount of, I don't even know how to say it, stanzolol. I think that's
Stanzolol. Like I wouldn't know anything about it, but yeah.
Now, where can you get this stanzolol? I mean,
it's Winstrol. It dries you out. It sucks.
Let's just call it that.
I hate it.
Wait, it dries you out? What do you mean it dries you out?
Dries your joints out. Take Deca or something that lubes you up if you don't got to get this tested.
Lube. Hey, you know what? Hey, Jessica, I would say,
I'm 43 with high mileage, man. My joints are fucking
Well, when Stephan was, what happened with Stephan? Can I tell the story about with Batista?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Okay.
The story
Stephan
was working for the UFC and didn't have to worry about fighting. So I was bodybuilding, planning on pro wrestling. I did some juice, and then I got off the juice, went to Florida, and trained with Batista for his first MMA fight and partied every night. At the end of the 2 weeks, I got the call to fight Anderson Silva on a couple weeks' notice. But I didn't bring the shit with me, so I had been off of it. And, like, I should have pissed clean. I did. So.
Bro, you know what? That's a manly fucking – bro, way to fucking nut up and, like, just tell it like it is. You know what I mean? Because it's a weird game that athletes have to play where if you're not tested, like, and it's legal in a sport that you're doing over here, but then this sport has some arbitrary rules, well, of course you're going to have
They were in a jam. They were going to have to cancel the card. Oh, UFC Rio's getting canceled. Oh, my God. The two main event, co-main event. But Anderson had just fought and beat Chael, and he was fresh, and it was him. He said, I'll step up. I'll fight Bonnar. Forrest was the easy, dumb white guy. He'll probably be the same.
But he was retired. Stephan was already retired and was only taking it because Batista was 50 pounds heavier than him, needed a practice dummy.
Yeah, and Batista actually did really good with that fight. I was actually surprised.
Really?
Batista.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he wasn't great.
He got fought to do with, like, a bunch of fights, and that was his first fight ever.
Bro, yeah. Well, good job, because I felt like he wasn't perfect, but, like,
He got hit with some shots, but then it went kicked in, and he got his ass into gear and took care of business.
Bro,
but I felt like Stephan got fucked on that because people didn't know that he was retired, and he thought it would be out of the system by the time.
Well, I had to step down from being a fighter to take a paycheck and work for the company, you know? So that's what happened.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden,
I
get the call, we're in a jam. Will you fight this fucker? He says he'll fight you. Sure. Like, I'll do anything for the company.
Damn.
All right, yeah. I mean,
It's
look,
what it is.
Why were you so tan, though? Why were you so tan during that fight?
I had been bodybuilding and shit.
He was in Florida. He just told you.
Yeah, I got the call. I was on a boat doing lobster fishing that day when I got the call. Fucking knocking back coronas. I was in the best mood ever. Fucking woo! Fuck yeah, I'll fight. You know?
Yeah. Greatest of all time. Yeah. Hey, hold my beer.
How long? 3 weeks.
Hey, wait. Jessica. Okay. Penne. Is that Italian? Are you named after the pasta? Like, what is your genetic makeup? Is that racist?
It's got to be Italian.
It's something, right?
Italian.
You do look kind of angelic, though. I would call you like, you know what I mean? Like
What's
that.
it mean?
What's that angel hair pasta? That's
What's
the one. Not
angel
penne.
hair?
Angel hair, not penne.
Jessica Angel hair.
Yeah, Jessica Angel hair penne.
Jessica, are you dating anyone now? Do you have a boy? You always have a boyfriend, but it doesn't seem to work.
Bro, she got horses.
Who are you going out with? Are you have a boyfriend or no?
No. I've been on the path of self-work and transformation, and I realized that my picker was way off. So
that's dope.
So I mean, in the past you dated fighters, promoters. Are you done with fighters for a while, or?
I'm just focused on myself for right now.
If Adam got served papers tomorrow and then asked you out again.
No, I would not. No way, dude.
Serving him the papers, so.
Of course.
I feel like that would be awesome.
You'd be very good at that.
Hey, I'm always looking for another job opportunity.
Oh, of course. I got you covered. I got you. So that's okay. So now, how's Rowdy Beck doing?
She's awesome. She's back in Brisbane. I think they're on a little quarantine vacation right now with the family. I think she's doing good.
Nice.
For like almost every day on like social media or Snapchat or something like that, we keep in touch.
Are you still at Alliance?
I am, yeah.
Nice.
San Diego.
Yeah. Mayhem, what's going on with you?
Oh, man, I'm sorry, bud. I was like trying to check out. You know, you realize that because you're the Zoom moderator, that you're the only one that can see me fucking off unless I'm being loud and fucking off. So every time you bring up, like, what do you do?
No idea.
You're like, what are you doing, Mayhem? Like,
purpose,
I could be
show
over
'em.
here
Yep.
beating off, standing on my head, okay, and no one else would know. So if you just pipe down, you what?
That's more like it.
There's a setting on Zoom. I use Zoom quite a bit, and you can just do like the square Zoom, so it puts everybody's face on one screen.
I've tried telling him that for the past 15 podcasts, but he doesn't listen.
Fuck that. I like it this way, bro. Where if you ain't talking, I don't even know who you are.
Now, do you
Just
have
do this.
any more of those pills for Mayhem, Jessica? Or no?
No, I got
Pills
rid
we
of
got?
them.
Hey, what kind of pills? I missed that one.
Fucking normal pills? Any kind of antidepressant?
Oh, I thought she was talking
You
about
need
liquor
some
store
boner pills,
pills.
Mayhem?
Yeah, liquor store boner pills, please. You know, you don't got to
work,
buy them over the
actually.
internet. They got them at the liquor store, man. They just, bro, they'll give you a headache and a hard-on for 3 days. I don't recommend anybody taking those unless you do.
Yeah.
Those things cannot be on the approved list with USADA.
Listen, I'm testing positive for picograms out the ass. Come on, baby.
Dude, one time
Let's jump in bed.
One time I took the worst boner pill ever at like a party. Someone gave me, and I made me take a dump. And the last thing you want to a dump is a boner, because like I'm fucking sitting there like it was terrible. It was really
It's
bad.
perfect
I was looking for my charger.
I feel like I was playing a video game on my fucking anyway. So
Just get a Blumpkins.
Oh,
Rusty
what?
tractor.
forget it.
A
Forget it.
Blumpkins.
Forget it.
A Blumpkins, Jessica. Tell her, Adam.
She's a classy girl, okay? With
Oh,
My
yeah,
bad.
that's right.
I know, we totally forgot. We lost it.
So you gotta teach me the ways.
You're a classy, sweet girl who's very nice, very there for you. Who just happens to have an OnlyFans account where you could watch her reading books and poetry and stuff like that. So that's.
Hey, I just want to say, Adam, because you were one of the guys that like reached out to me. You signed up for my OnlyFans. I appreciate the subscription.
Yeah.
That is
I've been throwing coins all weekend. I haven't seen a titty yet.
How many fans do you have on OnlyFans? Like, how many people signed up?
I don't honestly. It goes up and down all the time, so I'm not even sure. I have like 20,000 likes, but not all those are subscribers.
I mean, can you make like 5,000-10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, or is it legit?
I mean, some people can, yeah.
Wow.
But again, I get a lot of crap because I don't show a whole lot. So
Yeah, I got it.
Beavers and brown stars, Jessica. Beavers and brown stars.
Beavers. Now, at one point, Stephan Bonnar worked at a strip club that took Bitcoin. I can't believe it didn't work out. It sounded like it was the strippers got paid in Bitcoin, and it was Bonnar and Phil Baroni. What was that?
My good
what
buddy.
did that? Wait,
My
did
best
the
buddy.
girls?
He's such a
did the
great
girls-
guy.
Yeah, Baroni is the best, bro. Yeah, did the strippers have like QR codes on their hoochies or what?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't understand. That's a very strange business model.
Scan the old QR code on the thigh.
Oh
You're
my
good.
God, that is bizarre.
showed up.
We live in the future and it sucks here.
Right? Fucking sucks, man. You can't do anything anymore. You used to be able to go sleep around, get arrested. No one would know.
Oh, jeez. Hey, I bet Jessica done some bad stuff that we don't know about. What the fuck? Who the hell's on the damn? Did you just hang up on us?
What icon is that?
No, I don't even know.
God, boy, it's God.
We're being attacked.
It's a man you
We're being invaded. It's being invaded by Don Frye. Don, what's going on?
nothing. What are you girls doing?
Have you figured out how to use the video yet or no?
Hell, I don't know. I'm looking
Fuck
at
the
you.
video, Don. Fuck the video.
Jessica, can you explain to him how to use the video?
Nah, man, listen. Don Frye doesn't need a
Lower
damn video.
your screen. There should be a little microphone and a little video, and you just
Listen.
press that so it's not out. You have an iPhone,
Listen.
it work.
Look, Jessica, before you explain that to him,
Fries on a next
lose the
show.
shirt. Lose the shirt, and then tell him. God
What?
damn.
Wait, now,
Come on,
Mayhem,
come
you've
on,
known
just the
Jessica for a
sweatshirt.
while. Has
Just the
Mayhem ever
sweatshirt.
tried to pick you up, Jessica?
What's that?
Has Mayhem ever hit on you back in the day? No?
I'm
No,
still
so-
trying. Are you not paying attention right now? God, totally failing right now. As usual. It's all right.
She'd be a good girl for you though, because she would keep you in line.
Man, she is just. I'm trying to be polite, okay? I'm trying to be a gentleman, all right? But like, she just does something to me, man. She gives me like butterflies. All right, so yeah, we'll keep it cool between us. You know what I mean?
Did she ever write to you? Oh, there he is. He figured it out. He figured it out.
Hello, sweetheart. I'm here. Now we can enjoy the show.
Hell yeah, Don Frye. Look at that fucking mustache. Oh my God, I love it.
Wow, it's really Don Frye?
Yeah, it was really him. I thought he was trolling us before.
No, I thought it was like Adam doing a funny Don Frye voice.
Yeah.
Don Frye, how are you, man?
Mayhem Miller, you look like Dana White's stunt double.
That's exactly who I am. Oh my fucking God. This guy is the first one to get my cosplay.
Don, what's going on with you, man? Last time you did the podcast, talked about how you and your girlfriend had crazy sex all the time. You were banging like crazy. You were doing moms and daughters and all this stuff. I mean, legal. And you got in trouble by your girlfriend. What happened?
Well, apparently I didn't say enough nice things about her. Complimenting her sexual behavior was the best thing I go. But she wasn't happy about it, because I guess I talked about my buddy Jeff helping me out after the surgeries, and I didn't see, didn't throw her.
Oh,
look at that, Adam. You got fucking down in trouble, you bastard.
Yeah, it's Adam's fault, bro.
For the sake of a couple laughs.
Yep. The problem with Adam is that he can't help but just ask about the sexual exploits of like a manimal like Don Frye, and he just focused on that, right? And then he like glossed over the fact that Don's got a girl that's taking care of him right now, like making sure that this guy, you know what I mean, like can recover properly.
Gets him in trouble.
Yeah.
By the way, Don, your surgery pictures. Oh my God, Bonnar, he had back surgery. They cut his entire fucking back open, like it's like a whale's vagina, like on his back. Like, oh my God.
Bro.
I can't believe you're alive, Frye. You and Ric Flair, man. If there's a nuclear holocaust, it's you two going to be left.
These dudes are like monster cockroaches that can't be killed.
Exactly.
Hey, Don Frye, hey, look, I got to tell you, I got to apologize for the last one, the last podcast that we were on together, that I was just like so shook about your surgeries, and I was so stressed about it that I really couldn't even think of anything to ask you. Like, I felt real bad about that.
Well, ask him now.
I still can't think of anything.
Yeah. He's lying. He's lying about the whole bunch of shit.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. You told when you said, and it was before I even seen the pictures of you split down the back like a damn hot dog. I got this image in my head of all these fucking awesome fights that you gave us, and like the realization that, man, you're paying for the injuries. It's like really fucking cooking with me. And I just wanted to tell you, and I didn't, that I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate your entire career. Your whole discography is fucking badass. It was one after another of just tremendous fights. And I didn't tell you that, and now I'm telling you. Thank you very much, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you, partner.
What was your favorite one?
Lucky.
What was your favorite venue? There you go. There's one question I wanted. What was your favorite venue that you fought at?
Would have to be Saitama, of course,
Bro, me too.
Saitama Super. Yeah, you ever fight there?
Multiple times, sir. Hey, and get this. Did you ever walk back down by there? Sorry? Did you ever walk down?
They let you fight there?
Fuck yeah. Hey, fuck yeah, bro. I had the sickest lawyer. They didn't have none on me. I was allowed in Japan all the time. But the Saitama Super Arena, and I know for a fact that that Don Frye sold so many tickets in the Saitama Super Arena that this arena, okay, is like, let me see if I can show you guys. All right, so it's essentially like it's like this, and it's on giant wheels in the center, so that when they have a big show like Don Frye was at, they would cart it out like this, and this is a whole building moving and opening up to go from like 20,000 seats to like 60,000 seats. So it was just an amazing place. I love that arena. Thanks for reminding me about that.
By the way, it's Don Frye. If you don't know, we have Stephan Bonnar on the show, as well as as well as
I vomited immediately.
As well as Jessica Penne, who was a former Invicta champion, #1 ranked fighter in the UFC at one point, and she's a complete badass fighter as well, and beautiful. So, just
good looking too.
Yeah, very
good looking piece of meat.
He said you're a good looking piece of meat. That's what he said.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I love her.
Hey, I got one for Don Frye. Come on.
I noticed, Don, you're wearing a Trump shirt. So, you're still a big Trump fan?
Damn right I am. You're damn right I am.
Why do you like Trump so much?
Well, he's got some common sense. He's a hard worker. He loves his family, and he loves the US of A. You know, you get all these damn Congress idiots in there, senators and Congress people, and they hate America. You know, if you hate America, go back to where you came from, because when you break it all down, dirt is dirt, cement is cement, you know, trees are trees. If you're not happy here, go back where you're from, you know, and don't come over here and try to make us a socialist country. What socialism or communism or something like that, go back to where you came from and you'll be happy there. We're happy here. We like our system of government. You know, it's a little corrupt, but hey, whose isn't, you know? But I think Donald Trump's doing a great job. He's weeding it out. He's weeding it out. It takes a while.
Got it. Now, are those your trophies in the back?
No, hell no. I don't know where my trophies are. Shit, I think. Yeah, let's see. There's some right there. Yeah, there's some. You want to see?
Damn, there's a lot of trophies right there. Wow. Now, I know that, Don, you're a horse guy. I know your ex-wife stole your horse, okay? You were very upset about that. Fucking pissed off about that. She got the horse. Jessica has 3 horses.
Oh, and no, ex-wife didn't steal it. She fucking let it die. It was, I was over in LA making a movie, and he started colicking, and I couldn't get away from the movie, you know, because I made a commitment with them, and I should have left. I should have just walked. Next time I will, you know. I'll just walk off and protect what I love, you know, where even if I have to break my word, hell, I gotta, you know, you have a bigger commitment to the things you love, you know, so shit.
Now, Jessica,
I screwed up.
Would you go riding with Don Frye, Jessica? Is that something that you'd like to do?
Don Frye can come riding with me anytime.
Whoa!
Yeah, baby. I was hoping you'd invite me to come ride.
Absolutely.
Now, Jess, I know that you were a big fight fan. You're a student of the game. Did you ever see him in a Speedo back in the day, his American flag Speedo?
Absolutely. I was staying up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning to watch these guys fight in Pride back in the day. Like, it's pretty awesome.
He was 5 years old. He's 5 years old.
No, Bonnar, did you and Mayhem ever train together?
I don't remember, man. Maybe I think at Layman's maybe once or twice. It's hard, man. I do remember I did a movie with Don Frye. Remember that, Frye?
I don't remember much. What do we do? Yeah, we did Salt.
Salt. Yeah, good job.
Wait, what was the movie, Stephan?
Salt.
Salt?
You called it, yeah.
Wow.
You did remember.
And what was your part, Steph?
Angelina Jolie. We did a stunt, like a fight scene, and didn't even fucking cutting room floor. Didn't even make the movie. But got checks for a long time for it.
Yeah. Come here. Come here.
Don Frye, what are you
You
doing?
want to see the love of my life?
You let's see the love of your life.
My life.
Oh, wow.
Goodness.
You guys look alike.
I quit.
Oh, I didn't even see. Oh.
They say, you know, people, you know, you attract somebody that looks like you know, because you're narcissistic, you know. So
Now,
that's why Adam has a little shitty chihuahua.
Thank you.
That's why you got brought in this place. Look, that's why you got bit in the first place, Jason. You be nice.
Now, Jessica, how are you? I know you haven't been on a date in a long time, like what, 6 months, a year. How are you holding up? I mean, what are you doing?
I told you I'm just working on myself.
Got it.
Oh my God, girl!
she hasn't been on date. Yeah, she hasn't been on a date in a year. She's holding up pretty good. Shit.
Hey man, I want to infect her with COVID.
Come over here, sweetheart. I'll wreck you.
Dude, calm down. Stop fight.
I'm not sure. I think some of the things that you were allowed to say 20 years ago, it was a whole Me Too movement. You can't tell.
My God, bro.
Just remember, when I was watching you fight, I was 5, so be careful. Take it easy.
You're legal now.
Don, at this point, I put money on Jessica.
Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus. I would just hope that she would pull guard first.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
talking
show
about
you
with me.
my Speedos. Sweetheart, I'll show you my Speedos. You show me yours.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like
bro.
there needs to be like a Don Frye doll that you like tickle it, but it says like perverted, creepy uncle.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like a tickle me Elmo, but it looks like Don. And then
I think that would do really well.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
And pull a string on his back, you know what I mean? And maybe drop the
like,
Speedos.
hey, I'll show you my Speedo, you show me yours. Come over here before I wreck you. Like, it just says the most fucked up shit you ever. Sit on my mustache and make a wish or something, you know, like just horrible things.
Dude, I actually think it's a great idea. Somebody needs to do that.
Yeah.
Put a lot of thought in this, Adam.
I haven't. No, Don, I got to ask you, okay? We'll get back into fighting for a second. All right. You obviously had a great wrestling pedigree. You wrestled in college. I think you were a state champion. You were ranked in the nationals. You placed in the nationals. I think you even made a try for the Olympic team, right? Made the Olympic trials. But some of your fights, like a guy like
I didn't make the team. I won the Olympic trials in both Greco and freestyle in '88. It was Southwestern regionals, you know, and then after that I kind of fell apart. So you know, went to the final trials, and found out that they were having a week-long happy hour. So I didn't want to miss it.
Well, how come in so many of your fights, though, you chose to not use wrestling at all and just stand and bang?
I enjoy punching, and you know, I enjoy getting punched. You know, shit. I was going through a lot of bad stuff at the time, you know, and I had to pay my penance. You know, so some of us go in there to win without getting hurt, and some of us go in there to win and accept the situation that, you know, you get hurt doing it, and sometimes you look forward to getting hurt doing it. You know, it's a masochistic, sadist sport.
What kind of bad stuff? What do you mean you were going through some bad stuff? Like what kind of bad stuff are you going through?
Oh, just had a bad marriage, you know.
That'll do it.
I mean, Bonnar, you kind of had the same game plan a lot of times. Just like, I mean, your fights with Christoph were amazing, but you would just like abandon all kind of wrestling, just going punch for punch, huh?
Well, Don said it right. You just kind of sacrifice yourself for the moment, you know? I would just get totally lost, you know? Just a blur. And fuck, you feed off the crowd. Yeah. The place is vibrating. The crowd's going so crazy. Like, that's energy. That pumps you up. It's something else.
But Jessica, Jessica's game was different. Yeah, I mean, you never went punch for punch, right? You were kind of more of a methodical fighter.
Yeah, at times. There were some times where, you know, I went for it and kind of was reckless in my attempts. But for the most part, I always stayed pretty composed and tried to execute a game plan or be smart about it.
Sweetheart.
What?
I said, that sounds like your date with me. You can be reckless about it. Go for it.
Has any girl, Don, has any girl ever slapped you for some of the things you said?
Of course. Hell, why not? It'd be no fun. It'd be no fun if they didn't. Shit.
How else are you going to get laid?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take the losses to get the wins, right? It's a percentage game. You got to play the numbers.
Jessica, do you have any questions for the great Don Frye?
No, I'm kind of fanning out right now, honestly. Like it's pretty cool. I can't believe I'm on the same.
You see what I'm saying? I did the same fucking thing. I couldn't help it. I was like, I was overwhelmed. And last time on the show, he was just like a disembodied voice talking to us. So I felt like Jesus was whispering in my ear, except like on just a bunch of fucking juice. Jesus on juice, like, listen, if Don Frye that day on the podcast would have told me like, go like murder the mailman, I probably would have done it. I'll just be honest with you.
Oh, no.
He was so in, all right, maybe not murder the mailman, but like hit him with the water balloon.
You wouldn't do it for me now?
Double leg the mailman.
Bonnar,
wait. I got a couple of requests, all right? Because I just got off the phone with my people in China. The doll is a go. The doll is a go, okay? So what I need you to say is, can you give me hey, sit on my mustache and let's go for a ride in the Don Frye voice.
Let's see, Jessica, not you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Say it to her.
Hey, Jessica, will you sit on a mustache and go for a ride with me?
Okay. Wait, don't cry. Say another one. It's got to be like 4 seconds long. All right, just say another one to Jessica.
All right, Jessica, it's time for you to strap on your safety harness and get ready to go hard and go long. It's going to be you and me all night long, baby.
Oh, God.
Awesome,
God.
Awesome, bro.
I think she came just now.
All right.
Yeah, my vagina is getting wet. I don't even have one.
Hey, Mayhem, I got a gift for you here, all right?
All right.
Tell me when you get...
Horny toad?
Nice. A pet horny toad?
No.
Ah! You see the size of the dick on that?
Oh,
it's bigger than Adam.
Don, do you have any kids?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, me too.
I bet he's got a lot in Japan.
Yeah, Yeah. Shit, I got 2 daughters. They're 18, 19, gonna be 19, 20 here in
Oh my
a
God.
few months.
Now,
We're gonna see a bunch of like Japanese fighters come on the scene with really bushy mustaches in the very near future.
now, your two daughters.
Just girls.
Now, do you like threaten or kind of warn their boyfriends like, hey, trying to think with my daughter, you're gonna get fucking.
No, they don't talk to me.
Oh.
Because, like that, me and the ex-wife had a really bad divorce, and they took her side of it. So
Right.
they abandoned me, just like like the ex-wife did.
Sorry to hear that.
They all betrayed me.
Sorry to hear that.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. But like, you don't think there's a possibility of salvaging the relationship at some point? You know, I'm sure they'll want to know you as they get older. Because for me, I'll just tell my little bit, right? When I was a kid, my dad was a fucking asshole. Like, he was. And looking back at it,
Right.
I realized, okay, he was, doing the best that he could with the information that he had, right? So I didn't talk to him for many years, and I went and did my own thing, but then I kind of did a processing, 19, 20, 21, 22. I started like kind of realizing that, he was trying to do the best with what he had. I had some empathy for the man.
You also
and then I reached out to him later.
But
now we're like the best of friends. Can't stop talking to that man. He challenges me mentally, and I realize so much more about myself because I know who he is now. And I think that, I think there might be a possibility for you to like reach back out to your daughters, and is that something you'd be interested in?
Oh yeah, I mean, I tried reaching out to him, but Cassie came over the other day, and she had there's an envelope on the table, and I says, "Hey, what's in the envelope?" She said, "A letter from Katie." I said, "Oh shit." She said, "Yeah." and then Cassie proceeded to tell me she can't go over or see me anymore because there's too much drama between me and the ex. And I said, "What are you talking about? I don't even mention her name. I never speak about her." She said, "Yeah, but it's from the other side." So, we had our, right. And then I read the letter, but, hey, they're 19, 20. They live with their mom when they're home from college. So, and the thing is, what screwed up my life is I was fortunate enough to have a job to where she did not have to work. She was at home every day of their lives with them, So they're tight. They are tight, and the odd man out, So, I thank God for having that ability to, be able to make money so they can have that relationship. And, it's good for them, gravity.
Well, Don, you never quit in the cage, you never quit in the ring, and hopefully you won't quit with the relationship trying to have with your kids because, you guys are lucky to have each other. So
I got a question for Don.
Yeah.
Don. Oh, yeah, one of my favorite fights, you and Shamrock. Was that Saitama? That was in Japan, right?
Correct. Saitama,
all right.
Sure.
He has the hardest fucking ankle lock footlocks, and just tell me on a scale of 1 to 100, how much of a fuck did you give when you heard your bones snapping in your feet and legs?
How much of a what?
How much of a fuck did you give?
None, because I was like, oh, shit. This really hurts.
It didn't look like you did.
I was like, man, I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, Don, now how many of the guys in Pride were on juice?
Fuck, it'd be easier to say how many weren't.
So I mean, so you weren't, right? I would say you, Rampage. I mean, was that it?
No, I wasn't. It's like everybody in prison is innocent, right? So every athlete,
him and Baroni were the only natural ones.
Yeah, you and Baroni were the only natural ones.
Yeah, come on, bro. What? Like, okay, would you go? Would you go to the Tesla factory and ask Elon how his batteries are made?
No,
not really.
Did anybody ever offer you money to throw a fight?
No. They, I guess they pretty much had faith in me to lose on my own. You know?
Awesome. Son of a bitch. I love this sport so much. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Well, what am I doing with my life?
Now, how do you think guys like Daniel Cormier would have done back in Pride?
Oh, fuck. It depends on which Cormier showed up, you know? I mean, the fat guy who could throw people around, or the guy trying to cut weight, you know? I mean, Cormier does a hell of a job. I think he'd have done great. I mean, like Fedor, you know, they're not they don't have the Bruce Lee body, but they have the Bruce Lee ability, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I was always super impressed with guys like that. You see them at the beach, they don't even look like they go to the gym. You know?
Yeah, but the interesting thing about that barrel chest, okay? It's like one of those things where the guys' bodies don't look very impressive because mentally on television, movies, every actor who plays a badass has the Don Frye body, like the big fucking swole chest and all that bodybuilding physique. But in reality, a dude who can throw a rock has like a large barrel chest because it's like core strength, but times, extra. And I remember before Cormier knew how to box, I was just or kickbox, I was like whooping him up. But I said, you know what? Let me lock up with this guy and let's see what he knows. And this motherfucker sent me flying long enough for me to go, wee, and then crash into the ground.
Yeah,
because
most comparable to
strength is a different kind of strength.
It's a bear.
Sorry, a bear, definitely. Same with good old Sambo boy Fedor Emelianenko. Yeah. It's that core strength that lets the guy take you ass over tea kettle. You know what I mean? And throw powerful shots.
You see how strong Henderson is, and he fucking just mauled him.
Yeah.
Jessica, what's the oldest guy that you would consider dating?
What's that?
What's the oldest guy you consider dating?
Oh man, I think I got to stick to plus or minus 40.
The over under, man, I'm right in there, girl. You
over under.
Describe me.
Right there, man.
Oh, she's so pretty.
And then Don, what's the youngest? Don, how old's your girlfriend?
Yeah, shit. I think we just had a birthday last week. You got to have her first beer.
Awesome.
Now, Stephan, are you and Baroni going to make up, by the way? You and Baroni, are you guys going to make up?
I don't know. I mean, he's a jerk. The guy's an asshole.
Obviously, but come on, man.
Wait, what happened?
They were a tag team called the Real Shooters. Him and Baroni, and they were like going around being tag teams, and then something happened with someone's wife or something. I don't know what happened, but they broke up. They broke up.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephan.
Yeah.
You're accusing him of being an asshole. Have you ever considered you might be one too?
I mean, yeah.
Every fight.
I'm more of a dick. I'm more of a dick, though, to be honest with you.
every fighter's an asshole. I wouldn't give 2 cents for a fighter who isn't an asshole. You know, they're not worth it. But, you know, the difference is some people know when to turn it on and when to turn it off.
Right.
Yeah, you had a dick hanging out with an asshole, and it led to a lot of eruption. What do you expect?
Now, Stephan, Mayhem might go into pro wrestling, by the way. Don Frye, you were in pro wrestling as well, right?
Yeah, I was over in Japan.
How did that go?
And I would waste my time cutting a Terry Funk, Ric Flair-like promo, and then look at the writers, the sports writers, and they all go,
they don't get your genius like we do.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's a waste of talent.
Yeah, of course. Mayhem, I remember last time you said you were thinking about becoming a pro wrestler.
Oh yeah, I forgot I even said that, and I was only doing that because damn Baroni was peer pressuring me into it, and I was like, all right, well, you know, we'll talk about that at a later date. And I mean, I guess this is the later date.
New Real Shooters 2.0.
Man, listen here. If I do pro wrestling, it ain't gonna be with that whack ass name. Who came up with that? You?
Come on,
son of a bitch. But hey, I love it. I love it. But you know, I'm just
it'd be the mental patient.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Hey,
John, could you pick a place that has good Wi-Fi in your house? Because I feel like you're coming in and out a little bit.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Just go in one spot.
I was looking at Mayhem.
You come to my house? Bro, just come over, and then my Wi-Fi is like off the chain over here, bro. You can hang out with my...
Were you just outside?
Yeah, I was outside,
outside?
I was in my dojo.
You go outside, take a piss, or what?
Yeah, sort of. God, he got me. I shit in the bushes.
Yeah.
That's all right. I got some Malamutes that'll clean it up.
Jessica, what I like about you, though, is that you're a fighter. You're obviously badass and angry, but you also have a real feminine thing to you as well.
Well,
wait, are you talking to me or her?
No, he's talking to me.
Is that a hard balance sometimes, like, to like know when to turn it on, when to turn it off?
I'm still figuring it out. Most of the time.
Come over to my house and I'll give you a couple lessons.
Man, it's like Don Frye is like speaking my thoughts.
That
is so disturbing.
Now, I'm an old devil when you're older, you know?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah, spider on the ass.
Yeah, bro.
What's nuts about you is that you were a fireman, right? And you got fired for being a fireman for fighting?
Yeah. I won UFC 8 because I had been fighting for about a year before UFC 8, and because Dan would give me some fights, and I was already a world champion for the organization I can't remember. You know, have you ever heard of Kit Liken?
No.
He's in Michigan. He had a karate promotion in Michigan, and so I fought this guy on New Year's Eve. I think it was 95, 96, and Kit Liken was the main event. Dan Severn was a semi-main event. He had just won the Ultimate like a couple weeks before, and he's the semi-main event. And then I was right before Dan's. I was a semi-main event, and fought this guy for the World Heavyweight Scoop Fighting Championship. And there's 2 out of 3 falls. You know, that's 2 out of 3 falls. We doing pro wrestling here, you know. And they had, the guy's picture was on the poster, and he's standing there with his arms crossed, tattoos and sunglasses, you know. I go, shit, this guy's tough. He wears sunglasses inside, you know. And so Well, we had a good fight, but it looked like for the main event, there's a 5-drink minimum from the 2 fighters in the main event.
But then you got fired from being a fireman, though. That was the whole question.
Yeah, because I won UFC 8, and I asked for time off to train for UFC 9, and the city manager did not like me, and he was up John McCain's ass, you know. So he says, well, you got to make a choice. You know, you either be a firefighter for us or you can go be a fighter. And I was okay, see you later. You know, I'm out of here.
Wow.
You were forced to resign.
Hey, Don, you said Severn fought on that card. You guys wrestled in college together. A lot of people don't know that, right?
No, well, he was the assistant coach for Bobby Douglas, you know, at ASU when I got there.
Ah, that was it. All right.
And we became, he coached me, and then we worked together during the summer. We would deliver weight sets and set up the machines and things like that, you know, in the 120-degree heat in Arizona.
Who used to win? Who used to win the wrestle-offs? Or Severn?
What?
Who used to win between you guys when you guys wrestled off? You were Dan Severn. Who won?
Dan Severn wouldn't even break a sweat when he threw me around. Man, God
damn. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
Oh, man.
He wouldn't get a hair off his mustache, you know, unraveled.
But who got more women?
Oh, that'd be me. Right,
Yeah.
Jessica?
Totally you. Always you.
I mean, you do have the dominant mustache.
Hey, Jess, you got your plane ticket made yet?
No, not yet. Not yet. You're going to buy it for me, though.
Nice.
I'm 80.
That's a girl that puts her foot down.
She won't
She's a
say
gentleman,
thank you
though.
either. But once you buy it, she won't say thank you, just so you know.
Nah. Oh my God, she got all my sushi.
God.
Well, listen, guys, this has been the best podcast. This has been the best podcast ever. Now, Don, don't you think your girlfriend's gonna get mad at you now for hitting on Jessica this whole podcast?
No, what the fuck, bro? You just got in trouble for the last time not thanking her enough for helping you through your surgery, and now you spent the whole podcast hitting on my girl. I mean,
Well, you know, I got 7 inches of forgiveness. That'll get me out. It always gets me out of trouble.
Wow, that's not big enough for Jessica. Trust me. Anyway, listen, Jessica. Look, you're fighting.
Now you're thinking about what your wife's gonna say about this podcast. And look, let me point out that Jessica was a complete saint about this whole time. I mean, this was like they're gonna use this as a sexual harassment instructional video. How to do sexual harassment, by the way. And if we were face to face,
part of it. This
and
is
just
a fun project.
and just so you guys know that all of you guys have disrespected, and I'm talking to myself too, Jessica,
Hold
this
on,
entire
I'm still jerking
podcast.
off.
But if we were face to face with her, okay, we would probably have fear boners.
I got a boner now.
Oh no, but that's.
Oh my God!
No, Stephan, that just became the creepiest thing of all time.
All right.
I mean, if nothing else crossed the line, that just crossed the line.
Well, looking at that thing, that didn't cross many lines. Okay, but listen.
But it didn't cross the line far.
So Jessica, you got to fight in December.
It crossed it very far.
Say again?
You're fighting in December.
I am eligible to fight December 8th, so I can be booked on that date, so I can prepare ahead of time. If I choose to, I've kind of surrendered to the idea of ever fighting again because I was going to be put into retirement. But I've been doing a lot of soul searching, and I am wanting to fight, but at the same time, I don't know, what's going to happen between now and December.
Well, I'm glad we could help with your soul searching on this podcast. It sounds like once again your dog.
Right.
Yeah. I think Jessica's now a lesbian after this podcast. Just so, but Mayhem. I guess his parole. Parole officer came. Mayhem's gone. I guess he violated parole via his last thing. All right, so Stephan, what do you got coming up? What can you plug?
Well, fucking yeah, go order your weed through highkeeper.com, especially now during this travesty of events.
Can you spell that out?
HYTIVA. Yes.
Okay, so is that only for Vegas? Only in Las Vegas?
No, everywhere.
You can order marijuana.
Everywhere. We're not branching out. So, yeah, we got a good amount of cities going. We just plan to buy 30 cars to keep up with all this craziness. So,
and this is your marijuana company?
Yeah. HYTIVA. It's a tech company. So we work with the dispensaries and we deliver, but our fucking system can handle all this traffic right now, which is amazing. So
Don, did you get work done on your face? Did you get Botox done?
What?
Did Don Frye get Oh.
Like you think Don Frye gets Botox?
You look very good. You look very good.
I got all night long with the old lady again, man. We were banging the headboards.
Okay, so Don, what do you got coming up? Other than like a restraining order.
Any record? Well, your mom still loves me. Tell her to quit calling me at 3 a.m, though. It's embarrassing. It's a nuisance.
All right, I'm glad that's what you got coming up. All right, so Jessica, people can follow your OnlyFans, right?
Yes, they can.
And they can watch you do your nails, put on your shoes, right? Or
brush my teeth.
Brush your teeth.
Eat a banana.
Oh, well, in that case, do you really eat bananas on OnlyFans?
How much does that cost?
How much is it to watch you eat a banana?
MayhemMartialArts.com. 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 MayhemMartialArts.com.
Somebody mute this.
MayhemMartialArts.com. MayhemMartialArts.com.
This is like what's in his head all day. This is like, all right, Mayhem, thank you. Hey, we're plugging Jessica's name. Oh, God. All right, so how much is it for your OnlyFans per month?
My OnlyFans is a $20 subscription.
$20 a month. I could follow you around. I could watch you do stuff during the day. I could watch you train. Right? I could watch you pick flowers. You could plant. It's a really fun life, right? You're on the horses. So Bonnar, what are you doing?
I'm wiping the dandruff off. Give
The
me
horses.
this fucking call 2 hours,
Okay.
dick face.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you. And MayhemMartialArts.com. Follow me at Adam Comedian. Every night I play bar tab trivia from my Instagram. I'm giving out bottles of wine every night. Play tonight, Jessica.
Why haven't I known about this? I love wine.
All right. Go to Adam Comedian on Instagram at 6 o'clock. I'll put you through. I'm going to send
Hey,
you a
Adam.
bottle of wine.
Perfect.
What was that, Don?
Adam, when did you become a comedian?
Thank you very much. You've been to my show. Okay. We had the time I got banned from the comedy club afterwards because the waitress was there and I said something like she puts out and then they kicked me out the next day. From the stage I said that. They kicked me out of the fucking thing. Don Frye was at that show. Anyway, and so was Mayhem. Yeah, what are you
hurt her feelings. You had you bandage from the building,
Bunch
Nobody
of
can take a joke anymore.
I know. Ridiculous.
It's stupid. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy.
It is. Well, listen, the best podcast of all time. I agree. Well, thank you, Don.
That?
Thank you, Stephan. Glad to see that you're taking the thing very seriously. You're not outside or anything. All right. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Mayhem. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.